y'all. Welcome to my second attempt at this. First attempt was using Spotify, like doing just a podcast, but I think I'm gonna just have to do YouTube videos. So very impromptu, if you will. We're using my iPhone. So is it the best quality? Heck no. And I'm using AirPods as microphones. We are just on a budget. A girl chasing her dream or a side little hustle with a budget. Okay? Okay. Now, for the official intro, hello, my name is Angela Guzman, and I want to start a little podcast. And I want to name it Open Book because I'm going to be talking about my life, my struggles, but I'm also going to be talking about books because I love to read. So, yeah. So actually, last time I tried this, it was the end of January. So I did a book recap. But I think I don't want to make this really long. So I think right now we're just going to open up with my reading goals, a little bit about myself, and hopefully maybe later on, depending on how this goes, maybe we'll do a Q&A and actually get into my reading and all that fun stuff. So let's start with a little bit about me. I'm a 20-year-old college student. I'm on my last year of college. I'm gonna be a medical assistant, so that's just a 1-year program. Last year I did like all prerequisites / just extras to get, a little extra credit. Yeah, I'm gonna be graduating in May. Gonna be a little medical assistant. I live in Iowa. Love. But I was born in Texas, so I'm not your average Iowa born and raised, because I wasn't born and raised. I'm from Texas. Anyways, I'm a Mexican American, if you will. My parents Mexicans. I'm Mexican American. Proud Mexican. Sorry. I do speak Spanish, so try me. Okay, that was enough. My birthday's in October. I'm a Libra. 2004. Turning 21 this year. I'm a full-time student, part-time daycare worker. I'm an assistant teacher, if you will. All I do is watch the kids play and clean, and I'm the night closer, manager, whatever. But that job is soon gonna come to an end in May. Anyways, I've been there for almost 3 years, so it was a great after school job, but I'm trying to be in the medical field. But anyways, yeah. Let's see. I'm so sorry if this is so bad. It is gonna be bad, but it's my first one, and depending on depending on the future, where this path is headed, we will get a camera and microphones. Hopefully we'll get a good setup. I don't know what else to say about me. I don't want to do like a lot because like maybe later on video I'll do like a Q&A when I have more listeners, followers, if you will. Should I be chewing gum for this? I should not. I should spit out my gum, put it in my... Okay. Let's get into my books. How about that? How about we get into books? Okay. So I'm going to share my story. I love reading. I have been reading since I was a little girl. I read Junie B. Jones. I read your Magic... What was it? Treehouse? Something like that? I don't remember. My first book that I loved, broke my heart, my little 12-year-old heart. It was called Rain. It was about a girl who I think was autistic or something. I don't remember. I'm so sorry. I don't really remember. All I know is that she was obsessed with homonyms, so she gave her dog a homonym because her name was Rose, and that's a homonym. I think it was Rose. I'm not 100% sure. I should probably look up what the... Anyways, point is, that was my first book. 5th grade, I believe I read it. 4th or 5th grade. Loved. And then after that, I just been reading. Middle school me read The Lunar Chronicles. That was my first like crazy series, like longer fantasy science fiction. Oh, I'm still obsessed with it even years later. And then I remember reading The Sacred Language of Sisters, another great book. Anyways, I also read 13 Reasons Why, because that's like the era I was in middle school when like 13 Reasons Why came out. And then when I was older, I actually watched the series, which season 1 and 2-ish were good, but I digress. Let's see. High school me got into Renegades, another Marissa Meyer book. We discovered Red Queen. I'm an OG Red Queen girl. Did I read it when it first came out? No, I was in middle school, elementary. But I read it a few years later. So, I'm an OG. I'm one of the OGs, I like to say. Red Queen. Oh my gosh, that really got me more into fantasy. Got me really into reading more. I'm like, girl, what am I doing? I need to read. And then I had a reading slump, actually. I reading slump. But last year, I decided, I was like, let me get into my grind. Let me, like, actually, I was starting to get onto book talk, and I was like, I need to, like, read. I need to, like, really find good books. So what did I do? I went and bought books. Last year, I read 28 books. My goal was originally 100 books. Like, I'm sorry. Girl, what? I ended up reading 27 or 28. This year's goal is 50 books, and we are 8 books in. Yeah. But last year, I got into the Sarah J. Maas verse. Oh my gosh. Oh. Throne of Glass is the only one I've read. Only series I've read of Sarah J. Maas. I have ACOTAR on my TBR. Crescent City in my TBR. But Throne of Glass. Oh. Yeah. Speechless. I have a private story on my Snapchat of like I call it book rants, and like my reader friends / just whoever, I like give them updates whenever I read or whatever. And I'm telling you, every night I would post on that story like 3-minute long videos of me going crazy, going feral, crying, heartbroken. I was vulnerable in that story. I'm still very vulnerable in that story. I will share me crying on my private Snapchat story. That series broke me, but put me back together. And then it broke me. So good. Anyways, I also read I got into romance, okay? Because I was never romance spicy girly. Well, I did read a little bit of Wattpad when I was like 13, okay? I was a little tween. Trying to... Nice. But I read romance, which I never really did prior to Wattpad. So I read The Fine Print. The Dreamland Billionaires. Oh, which one's your guys' favorite? I feel like not a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, like Terms and Conditions was my favorite. Which, don't get me wrong, Declan, hell yeah. But honestly, I loved Rowan. The Grumpy X Sunshine is just my favorite thing ever. So of course, number 1 was my favorite. Then I would say number 2 and 3. But here's the thing, I do like Cal. I loved Callahan. His story with Lana was kind of slay. They were all slay. I also read, what else did I read last year? I read If He Had Been With Me. I can see why people didn't like it, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. Was it the best thing ever? No. But it was good. I cried. I thought about it weeks after I read it. Heartbroken, to say the least. I'm like, I need a burp. Burped already. What else did I read last year? Oh! Wait. Oh! I read Wait, not that one. One of Us Is Lying. I enjoyed it. I love me a good, like, little mystery thriller. I need to take this earring off. Anyways, I read One of Us Is Lying. It was really good. I feel like the best one was number 1, just because OG. 2 and 3. I think 3 would be next. I think it would go 1, 3, and 2. Or am I crazy? I don't know. I read them a year ago. I don't really remember much. I read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Oh. When I tell you, I really like was invested in it. I was like, my heart palpitating when I was reading this. And mind you, I was reading this in the dark. So I was like, who's there? You know? But it was good, guys. I really enjoyed it. I'm trying to like pull up my Fable. Oh! So I use Fable. This is my book, like, this is my reading app, okay? I use Fable. I used to use, Goodreads, but I needed something more, so I am using Fable. I don't remember. I have 2 Gmails and I don't remember what Gmail. Oh. LOL. Wrong one. Sorry. Oh. Anyways, I'm like all over the place right now. I'm so sorry, guys. There we go. Okay, more books I read. I read Verity, the one and only Colleen Hoover book I will ever read. And I will give her this book. I will say this book was pretty good. That's why it's gonna be a movie. And I'm hoping it's not a failure like It Starts With Us, It Ends With Us. I didn't read that book, so I don't know. But Verity, yeah. Here's the thing. A lot of people aren't liking the actor that they're picking for Jeremy. I think that's his name. Yeah. I, on the other hand, I can see him like that. Would I have loved a Theo James? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Theo James, little 13-year-old me was feral for him in Divergent. Was I 13 at the time? I don't remember how old I was when it came out. Anyways, but at the same time, when I was reading Verity, I imagined someone like the actor Josh, I think is his name, that actor. Because I imagine Jeremy as like somewhat handsome. To me, that actor is kind of handsome. Somewhat handsome, but not like hot. Like, you know what I mean? I just imagine someone very much like normal, not super hot like Theo James. So I do like that. Verity, though, I will say Anne Hathaway, love her, but I wish she was blonde. But I don't mind. Anyways, we already talked about A Throne of Glass. Yeah. Now, this year, like I said, my goal is 50 books. I don't know how that's gonna go. I'm kind of in a reading slump, but I'm kind of like forcing myself to at least read a chapter a night. Have I done that? Kind of. Last week I read like 3 times. Let's see. Let's look at Fable. Oh, it's not gonna tell me. Oh, there we go. It's March. It's February. Yeah, last week I read 3 nights out of the 7 days of the week. That's better than the rest of February. Last time I fully read a whole week was the first week of February, and then I stopped reading after that. So yeah. Let me get into my Fable account though, because I talked about that previously. So I used to use Goodreads. It was a good start, but I needed something more like visual and something somewhere where I could like really like put lists and make like very personalized like little things. And kind of view my goal, my reading goal. Because on Goodreads I could not figure out how to do the reading goal thing. So I discovered Fable. There's other apps out there, but I like Fable. It's fairly easy, and it transferred all my data from Goodreads. Yeah. So my goal this year is 50 books. If I read more than that, but if not, it's okay. It's okay. I've read 8 books. The 8 books I've read this year are the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. Oh, yeah. I read the Yours Truly book by Abby Jimenez because actually last year I read Part of Your World and Just for the Summer. Great books. Yours Truly, my favorite. So yeah, I read Yours Truly. I've read The 7-Year Slip. Love Redesigned, Love Unwritten. Guys, I always mess up the name for it. I think that's what it's called. I'm so sorry, I can't see. And then I've read the One Dark Window duology. So those are my 8 books I've read this year. The only book that I've read that was on my Kindle was the Love Unwritten. I don't remember. Okay, I'm sorry. It was a good book, but I don't remember. I keep messing it up. Anyways. Okay. Let's see. Right now, I'm currently reading The Housemaiden because I want to watch the movie, but I want to read the book before I watch the movie. So, you know. I'm reading Animal Farm as well. I wanted to get into some classics, but what really pushed me to read, like actually buy a few classics and actually start reading them was the book ban and just everything that's going around in our world right now, in our country, in this specific country. And I wanted to inform myself. Some of these books I did not read in high school. Either it was COVID or my teacher, we had some issues when I was in school with some teachers. So I didn't read Animal Farm. We were gonna get to it, but we didn't read it. Fahrenheit 451, I did read that book. But senior Angie was not paying too much attention to it. So I should have. But yeah. All I'm gonna say is the color I'm wearing is not what I voted for. I did not vote red. So yeah. But yeah, I decided to inform myself, get some classics, read some of these books like Animal Farm, Brave New World, The Handmaiden, Fahrenheit 451, like just all those books. I got a few of them and I'm gonna be reading them. But yeah, so anyways, my currently reading Animal Farm and The Housemaid. Have I been reading them? A little bit. I'm actually halfway through Animal Farm, but then again, it's very short, so. So yeah, that is what I'm currently reading. Also, question, with The Housemaiden, do I have to read the trilogy or can I just read it as a standalone? Because I honestly don't want to get into a trilogy. I thought it was just a standalone, but I found out there's 2 other books, so now I'm like, do I read those 2 other books or do I back up? I don't know. Y'all let me know. If you want to follow, what the heck? If you want, you can go follow me on Facebook. It's under, my account is Angela Guzman. I have my Instagram linked. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else I want to share. I went through a very quick summary of what I did last time, my failed podcast attempt. But yeah. I'm so sorry if this is all over the place. I'm a little sick. And I just wanted to get a head start. Not a head start. I just wanted to start it. I just wanted to start this channel, this podcast. I don't think I would be very good at vlogging, so mostly this channel is going to be used as a podcast. So yeah. Please let me know topics that you want me to talk about. Probably next upload is gonna be like my like TBR list, and yeah, I think it might just be my TBR list, and I don't flippin' know. I can go into detail of the books I read last year and like actually go into detail and like review them and everything. So yeah. Y'all let me know. Is my uploading is not going to be super consistent because like I said, I don't have equipment for it, and I'm a college girly, so whenever I'm not busy, I will probably record. Hopefully editing goes well because I don't know. I'm gonna be using CapCut. Anyways, thank you for listening, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Also, maybe follow my spam TikTok account if you want more content of me. I'm mostly just lip singing on there though. Because I'm trying to be an influencer. Sorry, stop. I'm gonna stop now.